voice the blonde, heavy-set man. Rena said, "What good is having an unscrupulous employer if we have to follow rules like that?" "Beats me," Spangler said. "Any other ideas?" Justine said, "So far, all that occurs to me is to tell them to look over their shoulders every 50 feet, or hire us to do it for them." "That one sounds good. You can double my income. Which reminds me." He held up a sheaf of papers in his hand and shook it to make a shuffling noise. "I've got some last-minute changes to the assignments for tonight. One's for you, Justine. You're going with Marcia Min tonight. She's doing a surprise appearance at the Comedy Pit to try out new material. You're alone on this one, but the bouncers there know you and they're competent." He walked away across the big room and yelled, "Baker! Mitnick! Fresh assignments!" 2 hours later, Justine drove up to Marcia Min's building in her own small gray car. The policy at Spangler Nash was that surprise appearances at clubs should be actual surprises, so the celebrity needed to be spirited in. Justine liked it, because anyone who might cause trouble would not have time to dream up something ugly and get ready to do it. Justine looked up and could see Marcia's face in the window of her upper-floor apartment looking down at her. From so far away, Marcia looked like a child, a sad, lonely one. She disappeared from the window, and Justine returned her attention to the street, the sidewalks, and the nearby buildings. After about 5 seconds, she talked into the speaker on her phone. "This is Poole. I'm at the client's home and we're on schedule." A female voice said, "Acknowledged." Neither of them said the client's name or the address or the destination, any of which would be inviting company. Marcia Min was dangerously popular right now. 2 years ago, she'd had a big national stand-up tour and a streamed television special, and then spent last year in LA shooting 2 full seasons of a television show based on her comedy called Shanghaied. That title had made Justine wince, but she supposed the only people the world could be sure had never shanghaied anybody were the people who lived there, and a hit was a hit. The whole country wanted a 3rd season, even though only the first one had aired so far. The network had given Marcia's agent an opening offer for a 3rd, but it was insultingly cheap. So her agent had leaked a rumor that the show was being canceled. The resulting wave of online outrage had been so overwhelming that the network had been rocked back on its heels, but not so much that it forgot to use the public reaction as a chance to raise their advertising rates for the show's already shot 2nd season. Justine suspected that Marcia's sudden impulse to test new material at the Comedy Pit was actually a quiet reminder to the network that any time she wanted to go back to making a fortune on the live performance circuit, all it would take was asking her agent to hire a bus. Justine saw Marcia come out the front entrance of her building wearing a pair of jeans and a leather jacket, trot to the car and take the passenger seat. "Hey, Justine," she said. "You know where we're going, right?" "Yep," Justine said. "We'll be there in 15 minutes. I love that jacket, by the way." "If you let my enemies kill me, you can strip it off my body before the cops arrive. You can have the bullet hole patched good as new." "I'll keep that in mind," Justine said. "Maybe we can even do a trade. I like those bodyguard suits you guys wear to some of these gigs. They have sort of an anime badass motorcycle emergency sex thing going on." "That's my world, all right," Justine said. "Let me tell you what I'd like to do when we get to the club. The bouncers are saving a parking spot in the back by the dumpster. There are 2 bouncers. I think both of them hired since you played there. Ali is a slim, dark man, about 40, who's a lethal martial arts guy, but he looks normal. Bobby is a big guy, looks like a college linebacker. I'd like Bobby to go in ahead to block the view of you a little until we get to the stage. I'll be right behind you, so nobody approaches you that way. You step right up onto the stage. Barry, the manager, will be acting as MC. He'll hand you the microphone and step away. The only lights will be on you, and I'll be at the front table to your center left. If you see a problem from up there, point at it." Marcia said, "Sounds good." "Great," said Justine.